Hey guys, so this is the KZ Gale, and if you've ever wanted a pair of in-ear monitors specifically for gaming and music exactly in that order and incredibly affordable, then you're in luck, because this is exactly what this pair offers and at an incredibly affordable price point as well. Now it's not perfect, it definitely has its cons, but the pros definitely outweigh them. Okay, let me explain. Now as for the unboxing, it comes in your typical eco-friendly KZ packaging that we're used to by now, and inside the box you get the warranty card, numerous pairs of different size silicone ear tips. Now the white ones come with the white version of the Gale, and obviously the black one comes with the black version. You get the oxygen-free copper silver plated cable that have 2-pin connectors on one end. Now the version I have comes with an inline microphone. Now these have been upgraded from a single 4mm microphone to a dual 6mm microphone, and they have a multifunction control button, and depending on the version you choose, you can either go for the 3.5mm stereo jack version or the Type-C version with a DSP built in. And of course you get the KZ Gale in-ear monitors themselves. Now in terms of specs, the KZ Gale packs a single super linear dynamic driver and has an impedance of 24 ohms with a sensitivity of 107 dB. So to get the most out of these, it's best to pair them with a portable DAC. Nothing too fancy or expensive, just something that can make sure that your in-ear monitors perform to their full potential without leaving anything in the tank. And what you get is just the highest quality audio that your in-ear monitors can produce. And as always, the ones that I personally use will be linked in the description below. Now the Gale also comes with a Type-C version that has a DSP built in, and probably also a DAC. Now this means you won't need to additionally invest in a portable DAC. Now this also offers 4 preset EQ modes that you can access on the fly right from the cable itself, and more on that later. Now as for the build quality and the appearance, the build of the KZ Gale is unapologetically all plastic, and the faceplate has a metal design element for aesthetics only. The feel is a bit toyish, but the great thing about it is its extreme lightweight, which is ideal when you plan to wear this and game for hours without the worry of fatiguing your ears. So ergonomics and comfort are not an issue at all. And as it's evident, you can either choose the white version or the black or transparent version. Now, the cable is your typical oxygen-free copper silver-plated cable that comes with almost every KZ in-ear monitor. It does the job, and you can always swap these out for a more premium upgrade cable in the future, some linked in the description below. But this time we get an all-new and upgraded inline microphone, which now has dual 6mm microphones inside, one in the front and one at the back. Now this is a shift from the single 4mm mics that we were used to from previous KZ in-ear monitors. And here is an unedited recording from this microphone. Have a listen. Alright, so the sound you're hearing right now is being directly recorded using the inline microphone of the KZ Gale. Now let me remind you, now we have dual 6mm microphones, one in the front and one at the back. So what do you guys think of the audio quality? Is it good? Let me know in the comment section below. Alright, back to the video. Alright, so before I break down the sound quality, let's talk about some hardware differences and what you can or cannot expect. So if you go with the 3.5mm version, then you obviously have no tuning option to choose from. But with the DSP version right here, you get 4 EQ presets that are denoted by the corresponding color of the KZ logo that lights up on the Type-C jack itself. So the moment you plug in the Type-C cable to your phone, this lights up the KZ logo. So by default, it's in this magenta color, which is the music balanced mode. Obviously, you'll use this when you're listening to music, giving you a good balance of the highs, mids and lows. Now, as you can see, it has a button over here, a very tactile and clicky button. Now, pressing this, you can cycle through the different preset EQ modes. So when you press this, now it's glowing blue, and this is the bass boost mode. So for all you bass heads out there, you're going to use this mode, and it is going to enhance the bass to a certain extent while also keeping crystal clear highs. When you press it again, it lights up green. Now this is your standard gaming mode, where it's going to give you that pinpoint accuracy of gunshots and explosions, very useful when you're gaming. And finally, when the logo glows red, you are in immersive gaming mode, also known as deep dive mode. Now this really enhances the ultra high frequencies and the upper mids while cutting out a lot of the low end. So basically you'll have to find the one that suits you the best depending on your use, but all of these have certain legitimate changes in the sound tuning and they do play a good role. And just for the record, while I typically am always a believer of getting a separate DAC to power your in-ear monitors efficiently, the KZ Gale with the Type-C actually has a convincingly good DSP that does not weaken the sound and keeps the audio quality intact. So you can choose based on your needs without hesitation. Alright, now let's talk about the main criteria, which is its audio quality. Now as you know, any sound that you hear is majorly made up of three major frequencies: the highs, the mids and the lows. The highs or the treble response where the really sharp sounding instruments are, the mids where the vocals are, and the low end or the bass response. The KZ Gale presents a lively and airy treble with impressive treble extension, giving instruments a crisp sparkle and excellent separation, particularly beneficial for competitive gaming where micro details shine through. While the ultra-high frequencies can lean towards harshness at peak volumes, if you keep the volume to around 80%, that'll give you the sweet spot where it gives you the clarity without sounding too harsh. The mid-range leans into the upper mids, lending vocals a bright, forward character. However, this emphasis slightly thins male vocals and introduces a faint grain to the texture even as instruments retain admirable clarity and separation. Now the bass performance is centered on the mid bass with just a hint of sub-bass rumble, delivering a punchy, impactful low end that, while not as weighty as some of KZ's bass-heavy offerings, provides exactly the right balance of slam and control for both music and gaming. Alright, now let's talk about the part that most of you are excited for, which is the gaming experience using the KZ Gale. Now this is made primarily with gamers in mind, so all you BGMI, Valorant and PUBG players, listen up closely. What matters most for such gaming is spatial awareness and pinpoint accuracy, basically what we call imaging and soundstage when it comes to music. The KZ Gale, from my experience, has one of the best imaging for a budget and gaming specific in-ear monitor. While it was already impressive on the music side of things, it really shines when it came to gaming, as you get incredibly good spatial awareness. Each footstep, the direction and distance from which it's coming from, the sound of explosions and gunshots in the distance were unmistakably audible. Personally, I'd suggest you go for the Type-C variant, as those 4 EQ modes do make a difference. Also, just for fun, search for Virtual Barbershop on YouTube and try it on these and thank me later. Alright guys, just to summarize, the KZ Gale turned out to be an absolute no-brainer for gamers, specifically tuned to help you in your gaming performance, probably giving you that edge over your opponents, unless of course you suck at gaming anyway. In that case, just use these to enjoy your music, as there is no slouch in that department either, especially with the Type-C version. Add to that the upgraded dual mics and lightweight build, and you've got yourself an absolute winner that doesn't break the bank yet offers plenty. So there you have it guys, that was my review of the KZ Gale. I hope you've enjoyed that. If you have any other questions regarding this, do hit me up in the comment section below. As always, the link to this, the DACs, the audio accessories and many other in-ear monitors will all be placed in the description for your convenience. And as always, I would really appreciate if you use those links to make your purchase to help me run this channel so that I can produce more such high quality and helpful content just for you guys. So thank you so much for stopping by. Make sure to smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, share this video, leave a comment, and I'll catch you guys very soon in the next one. Cheers.